Good morning, children. Saira. Today we will do English, new voices. We'll continue with our chapter 12, Down the Rabbit Hole. So look at this picture. Remember? Yes, till where we have read? Alice was sitting beside her sister, by her sister. And her sister was reading a book. And when Alice, she looked in the book, peeped in the book, she found there were no pictures or conversation. And then she started feeling bored. It was a hot day and she was feeling sleepy. And then suddenly what happened? A white rabbit with pink eyes passed by her. Look at this picture. And then what she found strange about the rabbit? When the rabbit said to itself, "Oh dear, I shall be late." And the rabbit wore a waistcoat. Then took a pocket watch. And it seems it was in a hurry and it ran fast. And then he went down the rabbit hole. And Alice also, without considering anything or within a moment, and she also jumped into the hole. Alice found herself falling down the deep well. Either the well was very deep or her fall was very slow. Then she tried to look down, but she was not able to. It was too dark. And then she looked at the sides of the well, and she found that it was filled with cupboards and bookshelves. And she also found that there were maps and pictures hung on pegs. And she also picked one jar. And what was written on that, children? Orange marmalade. But it was empty. And then she managed to put it into one of the cupboards as she fell past it. Let's continue further to find what happened. Lesson 12, Down the Rabbit Hole. Well, thought Alice to herself, after such a fall as this, I shall think nothing of tumbling downstairs. How brave they will all think me at home. Why, I wouldn't say anything about it, even if I fell off the top of the house. Down, down, down. Would the fall never come to an end? I wonder how many miles I have fallen by this time. She said aloud, I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth. Let me see. That would be 4,000 miles down, I think. For, you see, Alice had seen several things of this sort in her lessons in the classroom. And though this was not a very good opportunity for showing off her knowledge, as there was no one to listen to her, still it was good practice to say it over. Yes, that's about the right distance, but then I wonder what latitude or longitude I have got to. Alice had no idea what latitude was or longitude either, but thought they were nice grand words to say. Down, down, down. There was nothing else to do, so Alice soon began talking again. Dina missed me very much tonight. I should think. Dina was the cat. I hope they'll remember her saucer of milk at tea time. Dina, my dear, I wish you were down here with me. There are no mice in the air, I'm afraid, but you might catch a bat, and that's very like a mouse, you know. But do cats eat bats? I wonder. And here Alice began to get rather sleepy and went on saying to herself in a dreamy sort of way, do cats eat bats? Do cats eat bats? And sometimes, do bats eat cats? For, you see, as she couldn't never either question, it didn't much matter which way she put it. She felt that was dozing off and had just begun to dream that she was walking hand in hand with Dina and saying to her very earnestly, Now, Dina, tell me the truth. Did you ever eat a bat? When suddenly, thump, thump, down she came upon a heap of sticks and dry leaves, and the fall was over. So children, we can say either the well was very deep or her fall was very slow and her thought process was going on. So Alice thought to herself that now after such a fall, or she shall think nothing of tumbling downstairs. So what is the meaning of tumbling? Tumbling is falling suddenly or clumsily, anyhow. And brave also. So she was thinking now, they'll all think of her at home that now she is a brave girl or she has become brave. And then down, down, down. And what she was thinking? The fall will never come to an end. And she was wondering herself. The thought process was going on. A desire to learn or to know more. And then she was thinking, how many miles have she fallen? So what is miles? Mile is a unit of distance. To measure the distance, it is one of the unit. And then she was thinking that she has been getting nearer or near the center of the earth. And she has learned so many things in the school. It was not a very good opportunity. Opportunity means a chance to do something. So this was not the opportunity for showing her knowledge. And as there was no one to listen to her. But it was a good practice. And then she was wondering what latitude or longitude she has covered or I have got to. Now what are latitudes? Latitudes and longitudes, they are the imaginary lines on the surface of the earth. And these imaginary lines, they help us to locate a place on earth. So about these latitude and longitudes you will learn more in the higher standard. So these are, latitudes are circular imaginary lines, longitudes are semicircular imaginary lines. And she was thinking that these are the grand words to say. She was also not knowing more about them or much about that, but they are the grand words. And again, down, 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 her fall was going on. And she began talking again. Now she remembered about her cat, Dina. And she was then again thinking, remembering that will somebody or someone will give her saucer of milk. Or then she is thinking that Dina might have been or should have been there with her. And then what Dina will eat, because cats like mouse, that is, and there was no mice in the air. Then she was thinking about cats. Dina can eat bat or can catch bat. And then again her thought process was going on. Do cats eat bats? She was wondering. And the same question she was repeating. And do cats eat bats? Again, in that continuous repetition, she also changed the wording. Do bats eat cats? Like that. And she felt she was dozing off. So dozing off, you can say short sleep. And then she was thinking, if Dina would have been there, they would have walked hand in hand. And then suddenly what happened, children? Thump, thump. Down she came upon a heap of sticks and dry leaves. The fall was over. So what is the meaning of thump? Thump, you can say a sound, a dull sound made by when something falls on the surface. So this is about adventures, we can say, of Alice or what she experienced in her fall. Yes children, look at this picture, Alice. And this is the fall, you can say deep well. And the fall was, you can say slow or the well was very deep. And you can see the sides of the well. They were filled with cupboards, bookshelves, and whatever the different things she is coming across. And this well only fall she was thinking about, that whether she has reached the center of the earth or what latitude, longitude she has covered. And she also remembered about Dina, her cat, and also what Dina will eat. And that which question she was repeating? Do cats eat bats? And again in that repetition she started saying, do bats eat cats? But finally her fall was over when she had fallen on a heap of sticks and dry leaves. And finally the fall was over. Comprehension. Answer these questions with reference to the context. Sentences. I wonder how many miles I have fallen by this time. So question is, I wonder how many miles I have fallen by this time. Who said this? Yes, children. Who said these words? Yes, Alice. Answer is, Alice said this. Next question. Why did she say this? Yes, children. Why did she say this? Because she was wondering how much distance she has covered or where she has reached. So answer is, she said this when she realized that she had been falling for a while and still had not reached the end. So answer is, she said this when she realized that she had been falling for a while and still had not reached the end. Did the speaker know where she was going? Yes, children. Who is the speaker? Alice. And did she know that where she was going? No, she was not knowing. That's why she was wondering how many miles she has covered. Has she reached the center of the earth? What latitude, longitude and all. So answer is, Alice did not know where she was going. Next question is, how brave they'll all think me at home. When does Alice say this line? Yes, children. When did she say? When she realizes that about the fall, right? Let's see the answer. Alice says this when she realizes that she has been falling for such a long time. Next question is, why does she think like this? Yes, children, why does she think like this? Answer is, she feels like this because she thinks that after this fall, even a tumble down the stairs would not bother her. So it is true, na children? After such a fall, now even a tumble down the stairs would not bother her. Do you think her opinion here is sensible? Yes, children, thinking like this is it sensible? So now this is personal response question. You have to answer in your own words. So it is your assignment, children. You have to write, to think over according to you what it is. Okay? Now next is frame sentences. The word is wonder. So what is the meaning of the wonder? Meaning is a desire. Desire to know something, or surprise and desire to know more. So you have to frame sentence in your own words. Like, I wonder why she left this job. Or I wonder how she hurt herself. Next is tumbling. The toddlers like tumbling over. Toddlers, you know, na? Small babies, that is babies. So toddlers like tumbling over. So these frame sentences you have to frame in your own words. Do not copy from the textbook. That is, the textbook sentences are not allowed. And you have to read the lesson, children. Read it at least 2 times. So thank you, children. We will continue in the next session. Sai Ram.